urgent FYI. Now, Delta faucets, I've had them, they're great. They do leak after a while, the cartridge. And my wife wanted me to get the cartridge fixed. Now, I built my house. I know where things are, and I purposely built it so I could get to things if things happen. Now, I followed the rules. I put the towel on the bathroom floor so the screws and nuts and washers won't go into the drain. And here's my issue I have. You know, there's this ring that's on that you have to unscrew, but yet if it gets solidified, it's a nightmare. Now, I don't know what happened, but Delta, why would they make something so cheesy and crappy and so weak that knowing that if they have to replace the valve cartridge, they have to turn the ring, which this thing was a nightmare. So plumbers have done the same thing I have, but I knew it. When I felt it turn, I knew that it was over. And this is how cheap it is. So lucky for me, when I built my house, of course I turned the water off, drained the lines. I purposely had to build it so I could cut and get to the items I needed. So I had no water for a day. Luckily I found a plumber who came in and helped me get water to the rest of the house. But my dilemma is cost. I called two plumbing companies. They wanted $1,200, one of them, who will be named nameless. Another one quoted me $1,132 to do this. I already had the hole cut in the wall, and I got the part. The part is $42 with the plumber I did find. And this is clearly superior in quality to this one. So I'm not sure whether this was a aftermarket product or, you know, there's no reason to not do a better job and install valves like this for $40 more when you build a house. Why do people and companies always go cheap? Now I put copper in my lines, and this is 22 years of use because at the time it was I didn't trust the plastic piping. But my point to you is knowing that people have to replace the cartridge, why would they do something so cheap? Even if you twist it a little bit over time and got the cartridge out, over time it could develop and then your house is flooded. Even if a plumber did this, plumbers have done the same thing I have done. Luckily, I am going to replace my other valve in my other bathroom with this valve, and I will cut the hole because I also built the second bathroom and the third bathroom to easily access the valves without having to do major reconstruction to get to something like this. But my question is, highway robbery. Why would a plumbing company charge a person, maybe a senior citizen, a woman by herself, $1,200 to fix this situation? Or maybe 2 hours worth of work? And maybe $100 in supplies? That is unconscionable. I even use PD Blaster to try to get this off. So if you do Google how to replace your cartridge from Delta, they don't mention how weak the valve in the wall is. That as you try to twist this off, see that this has to be twisted off to install the new cartridge. But if you can't get it off, and it became, and then if you do get it off, even a slight twisting from you doing it would result in a weaker component in the back. I call that not quality. Would they put this into a Apollo 13? Right? So I will show you my other bathroom. What I plan on doing after this is done and I absorb the cost. Got a person going to do it for like $300. He's been here twice. Here is the next event. Yes, I did. I purposely built it so I will cut a hole in here and do the same thing and replace it just to be safe, because I don't want my house getting destroyed by water damage. To the insurance companies, I'm taking the initiative.